I wanna hold them like they do in Texas Plays. Fold them, let them hit me, race it, baby, stay with me. Love and intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. Oh, 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 I'll get him high, show him what I've got. Oh, 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 I'll get him high, show him what I've got. Can't read mine, no he can't read me. Poker face, she's got me like nobody. Can't read mine, no he can't read me. Poker face, she's got me like nobody. Pop, 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 poker face, pop, pop, poker face. Pop, 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 poker face, pop.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, okie dokie boomer. BOOMER, please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. Hey. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer.
Jimmy on
Okie
a
dokie
beat, boy.
boomer.
Who in the hell mows their lawn at 7 o'clock at night?
Okie dokie boomer. It would be a boomer, would be my guess.
Oh, the guy next door. I just start the show and he cranks up the lawnmower. I hope everybody can enjoy it as much as I do. Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Yeah, we can't really hear it. I don't hear it. But my neighbors do that crap too.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I
Okie
get
dokie
it.
boomer.
Okie dokie. Hey, everybody.
What's up? Yeah, it's Saturday night again.
It's Saturday night and we've got our peeps in here. There's Kamshwari Kate, Crazy Puppet, and Steve Cutler. God, we got... Wow.
Where are you at? YouTube?
I'm on the tubes. Lucky Burrito.
You're on the tubes.
Getting close. And
Hey, Farron.
Yeah,
See
Popeye.
fair and balanced.
Farron's in there. Where's Farron? Was she?
Farron's in there.
How did she like doing the Lady Gaga thing? She looked good in that square. Hollywood square.
She totally rocked it, but we know she's got a great voice,
Yeah,
right?
she does. She's got a couple of appearances and a couple of Boomer Blasts tonight too. So, Barbara.
Yeah, you come hang out with us once, and then you're fair game. We reface you forever.
Oh, hell yeah. Fiorella's going to get me, but I had to put...
Chris Foster, good to
Chris.
see you. I know it's late there, so good morning.
Jelly. Al Walski. Hey, Al. How's it going, Al? Good to see you, Al. Extra Bola Warren. What's going on, old guy? Should I say, old guy? Warren looks pretty good, all clean shaven there. Did you see he shaved his facial hair off?
Actually, I haven't had a chance to be doing anything. I've been so engrossed in this damn trial all week. There's just so much, it's 8 hours. I get out of bed, I'm already an hour behind. So I'm trying to catch up on testimony, and then I catch up at lunchtime. I don't know what's going on in the world. I need you guys to tell me what the hell is up with these food processing plants blowing up. Haven't had time to even look at that. I'm sure it's some bullshit, right?
You don't want to know. You don't want
Yeah,
to know.
so sadly, no, I haven't had a chance to catch up with any of our friends.
Left of the left. Cirrus. Hey, Cirrus, what's going on? Becca
Cirrus.
C. Hey, Becca.
Hey, Becca.
There's Farron. I see Farron now.
Did you get Hobbs 45? Hey, Hobbs.
Yeah, cool. Anybody else? I try and get
Gamer.
everybody in here.
Hi, Gamer. I like that you changed
Gamer.
it to Gamer and Ganja for life, because I'm totally
That's
down
very
with
good.
Ganja and
That's very
Gamer for
good.
life.
Right
yeah.
up there with one of my favorites. That is so cool. Did I see Vic or did she slip by? Vic, VSA.
Hey, Eric. Eric, welcome, Eric.
Ah, cool. Eric the Red. Sabby's been
Eric the
killing
Red.
it this week. Pass that along.
Yes, I do. I see that. She's burning up Twitter, too.
Yeah, she's love the new intro too, guys. Eric, you guys did a great job. Great job on the intro.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
That's all I've got over here for
Yeah,
now.
here, I got some hanging out on the Rock fan. Hey, Rock fam, what's up? Lady Alex. Hey, Lady Alex.
Lady Alex.
Who else is it? Fred Edward. Hey, Fred.
Anthony.
Dingo.
Anthony.
Dingo ate my baby. Anthony.
Dingo.
Hey,
What's
Anthony.
going on, Anthony?
Dingo. Aram. Hi, Aram. Thanks for your support. Oh, Aram already hitting us with the tip over on the on the Rock fin. Let's see. Always to the good. Nice to get in early. Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much.
We're glad you guys come early. You guys come super early. Like I see a bunch of you hanging out in the chat like an hour before the show.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I love that it's kind of this, we're like this campy cult is what I call it.
No, maybe it gives them a chance to relax and unwind a little
Right. No, it's a community.
Yeah.
It's friends. So, we talk to each other every day. I love organic communities.
Yeah, I do too.
That works.
I do too. Yeah, supporting old boomers like me is I appreciate it very much. Tonight's show is sponsored by Joey's Coffee, Moscow Magic Russian Blend, and Global South Gold with a white guy on the front of it. So
Nice.
there we go. I think I'm going to try the Moscow Magic Blend. That's it's got fee on that one. So
Well, I picked a hell of a good time to start coffee again. So
Yes, you
yay,
did.
I'm looking forward to trying it. I think this was probably where I was just like, screw it, I got to start drinking coffee again.
Absolutely. It's always a good time to drink coffee.
Campy cult. Yeah, I think we're a campy cult for sure.
Yeah, we are. We are a campy cult. There's Marilyn Chanda, one of our favorites. Fair use.
There he is. There he
Got through the
is.
fair use, and there's that.
Yeah, you guys can hit our PayPals.
Alms.
Shanda,
do you think we should get Jordan Sheraton to come in here and beg for us? Does that really work, or no?
God, it works well for him.
Okay.
Well, he asks like every
I need
2
money.
minutes.
He's so polite, though. Really. Not,
I know, right?
Maybe a little bit.
I don't know. He does like the telethon type thing too. Like, I got to raise this amount by this date. And like, he'll get on there and he reads off your name. It's a total telethon.
Good, cool. I can't wait till he does the Carpenters one like they do on public radio and plays all the Carpenters music. Anyway, there's the link tree.
That's our link tree. Our link tree will take you to all of our other shows and all the ways that you can support us, including our Patreon, which is being revised. We're going to have a new Patreon next month. And Beauty and the Boomer is kind of consuming because we became an LLC.
Yeah.
So we're going to drop our own individual Patreons and kind of move it into one central Beauty and the Boomer.
That sounds great. That sounds great. We'll just get everything all squared away and make it easy as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it easy on everybody. Just have 2 places to go.
Now, I want to put a warning on this next video. Shanda went out and had an ice cream cone the other day, and she ran into a few of our friends. So tell me what...
I hate this. Always happens.
It always happens, but
always
tell me
happens.
what you think. Shanda's really getting into her ice cream cone here. And let's see if we can do that.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn. Let's try it again.
I don't know, Oz. This is pretty racy material. Nowadays you can't objectify, sexualize a woman like that, right?
I guess that's what they
You can't
tell
even
me.
recognize. Yeah, no, not especially since the 70s and 80s. You can do that shit anymore.
Just blame it on me. I'm old. I'm old-fashioned, man. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
paused it with his news hat.
All he needed was a newspaper, and then he made
he's a newspaper man, right?
Yeah, shoot, man. Boing. Anyway, Taylor Lorenz is back in the noise.
Does she ever go away? It just never stops, right?
Seems to work out well for her. Let's see what Glenn has to say about this.
I haven't watched this yet. I'm sad I've missed Glenn.
Let's see if I can get it to go this time.
For a bad ideology. And what makes it so ironic
Turn it up a little bit.
is just 2 weeks ago,
There you go.
3 weeks ago,
Thank you.
there you see her on the screen, Taylor Lorenz, the reporter who unmasked this anonymous user of Twitter, went on Meet the Press on MSNBC News and bawled and sobbed and cried because she said that her being criticized by Tucker Carlson and by me has unleashed a wave of harassment against her and her family. People who have found out where she lives, have found out where her relatives lives, have sent death threats to her. And the purpose of the segment was not to condemn the people sending the death threats, but to condemn people in journalism like myself and Tucker Carlson for criticizing the way she does her journalism on the front page of the New York Times and the Washington Post. It was a way of saying this woman is off limits from criticism because she's sobbing with what they called post-traumatic stress disorder because of the effects of what happens if you criticize her journalism. So you would think that somebody like this, if they really were sensitive to the abuse that women experience online, would not want a standard that says you can't criticize a powerful public figure like Taylor Lorenz, but you can unmask the identity of a private young woman who chose to remain anonymous precisely because she knew her work was politically controversial among powerful people and powerful entities like the Washington Post.
Ugh.
Here, it's an amazing exchange that shows
Thank
this
you. I
double
can't
standard.
stand looking at her.
The lesbian, the renowned lesbian writer Katie Herzog
Glenn makes shitty
tweeted about
people cry.
Taylor Lorenz's sobbing on national television and the
Good one.
framework that the corporate media is trying to create that says we can do anything we want to you. You can't even criticize us back, let alone do the same thing to us. And Katie Herzog wrote, ironically, online harassment is terrible and should never be tolerated unless it comes to my enemies, in which case it's fine. Which is exactly the standard these corporate media outlets have created. Taylor Lorenz has the right ideology. She's a nice liberal. She believes in liberal causes. She works for liberal corporate outlets. Therefore, you can't criticize her. But all the people whose lives Taylor Lorenz have ruined through lies or just doxing teenagers and other people, if you criticize her, you're now guilty because you have generated harassment and bullying and hatred for Taylor Lorenz. Do you see this double standard? They can investigate private citizens. You can't criticize them. In response, this is what Taylor Lorenz wrote to Katie Herzog's ironic observation of this double standard. Listen to what Taylor Lorenz said just 2 weeks ago on April 3rd. I know you're joking, but doxing, stalking, trying to hurt and smear people's loved ones, threatening them, it's not okay in any situation. It's not okay in any situation because it has very real consequences. When she was talking about herself, a public figure who worked for powerful newspapers, she proclaimed, she decreed the rule, doxing and stalking and trying to hurt and smear people's loved ones is never okay in any situation because it has very real life consequences. 2.5 weeks later, she goes and unmasks somebody whose only crime was to participate in the public discourse from a conservative perspective. Why was doxing and stalking and trying to hurt and smear people's loved ones suddenly okay?
What's good for you is not good for me.
Are we shocked? Oh my God, hypocrisy. Are you serious?
No,
Serious.
no,
Come on,
not at
guys.
all. And this is the actual. I brought the receipts. This is the actual thread, and there's Jimmy Dore chiming in, of course. Yeah, I mean,
Of course.
of course.
Of course. Good job, Jimmy. I did watch Jimmy's segment on that. He burned her to the ground on it. I did have a salty cracker, but it covers the same thing. So I cut it for tonight's show, but he actually makes you laugh when he burns her to the ground. It's disgusting. It's disgusting hypocrisy. This woman that she did dox, she didn't deserve it. She absolutely didn't. It's such a double standard.
And
just
that's not the
blatant.
only one, So.
No, it's not. And it just goes to show the mentality. There's such a frenzy and a hive mind. We got to go after these person. They're saying something we don't like.
Yeah, and here's the thing: a lot of our family, like the TYTs and the Cedars and everybody, and the Figueredos and the Doles and everything. Even back when we were foolish enough to follow a few of them, we
Right.
might have their information and stuff. I wouldn't dox them even if I hated their guts,
Right.
And even
No.
if they dox me, I wouldn't do it because that's not how you roll. You gotta
No.
walk higher than everybody on the plane of reality. So, be kind to your sisters and brothers and your fams everywhere. It's better to be kind than stress yourself out and be an asshole like obviously this asshole was. And I think Glenn Greenwald was right on. We can solve these things if we can talk about them.
I love where he goes. Taylor Lorenz wrote this 2 fucking weeks ago.
2 fucking weeks ago, exposing the hypocrisy.
Yeah, hypocrisy.
Is where it's at. Now, this Boomer Blast is going out to AREM this week. right? AREM. This Boomer Blast is for you.
will you drink if you stop drinking? I should drink water. It's a mixer, Patsy. We have it with whiskey. I mean, you've given up drinking before. Worst 8 hours of my life.
She's the one who ruined your figure in the first place. She's the one who turned you into this potato that we see before us.
I could live with it. What do they look like?
Well, a zeppelin in a condom, darling.
Oh, my God.
Thanks to you, I had to spend the whole evening alone in this house with Helena Bonham Carter here. It's disgusting.
Oh, let me
I
see.
think we should throw it
Let
away.
me just see it first. Just let me just see it. Disgusting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Don't look at that.
It's disgusting. It's so degrading to women.
What do you mean? She's got the whip.
Yeah.
My name is Patsy Stone. I'm an alcoholic. And what she did was an act of humanitarian mercy.
That is hardly a reason to steal a crate of champagne.
No, further. Pat Stone. Yes.
Oh, I love that episode.
47. Hey, Hilton, I said you have a beautiful body. Would you hold it against me? If you want to talk bollocks and discover the meaning of life, you're better off downing a bottle of whiskey. When I heard that Eds was pregnant, I told her to abort! Abort! I said, chuck it down the pan! Bring me
A knitting needle?
a knitting needle! Hello, Alex. This is the mood board for the next edition. Sex pitch, aristo, sex punk, whore, bitch. Prosy, lesy, punk, tar. Slut. Oh, but Alex, with lovely shoes. Oh, yes.
Ah, absolutely fabulous. That was
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite shows. Thank you.
That was the inspiration for our cover card tonight, and we
Was.
hope you all enjoyed that. I know I did when I was doing the work on that particular clip. I want to remind everybody that Friday was Earth Day, and what did you do to save the planet, Chanda?
What did I do to save the planet? I don't think I can save the planet, so
I
I
don't think I can either. Mutual
don't
aid.
know what I did.
Mutual aid.
I did mutual aid. I did shows. I support, things I think that are actually working towards the greater good, not just talking about it. I don't know. If you would have asked me that 6 years ago, I would have rattled off all of my credentials for, being an environmental activist, and I've been here to fight a pipeline, and
Well, weren't you telling us a few weeks ago how activism is down like 50% of what it's been over because of this, that, and everything else, right? So, there's so many factors. There's a lot of people that are defeated. They understand the machine, and once you've come up against it for so many years, you get crushed. So I think that COVID had a lot of people just, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Linda, for that beautiful piece of artwork with the world on fire behind us here.
Yeah, that's...
And I hope everybody's...
it's always inspiring.
Yeah, it kind of brings me down.
Right.
But
yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I haven't been bringing the horrific weather reports from around the country. But let me tell you, it's been a crazy fucking spring. And we've already got wildfires in Arizona. We've already got drought in Utah. It's bad, water, snowpacks down. Yeah, fire season's coming on us, and we'll get enough of that here probably in the next couple of weeks as the weather starts heating up around the country.
Yeah,
we start getting heat waves.
It was fortuitous on Earth Day that we had the wrath of God going on down here in little old Rochester area.
Yeah, here too.
Hail, wind, sunshine, downpour, thunder.
We had thunder snow. Thunder snow is what we had.
All in the same 6-hour time frame, all of it.
Yeah.
And then when the sun came out, it was hot, compared to what it should be from where, it goes out.
Right.
But the thing about, I was telling you in the green room, Chanda, when that rain and the heavy hail was coming down, I happened to be walking back and forth to the studio. I swear to God, there was a chemical smell in the air. And it was...
conspiracy theorists?
Honestly, it was like an hour apart. Yeah. First it was the hail. Yeah. God, that smells like chemical. And then I go back an hour later the other direction, and it's downpouring, and it smells like chemical. What the hell?
Think of all the chemicals. They're in your grass. It's in your... we know the cycle of life, right?
Yeah, cycle of life. Sponsored by Monsanto.
Just remember, everything that's in our ground's going up into our clouds. Yeah. So, of course, it smells like chemicals.
Don't get me on chemtrails now. Come on.
Oh yeah, I know. I get burned to the ground on chemtrails. I have been for 30 years, but I know what I know and I see what I see. So
Yeah, I hear you. Farron, can you do a deal on chemtrails for us? Because you're an adept reporter. So,
right. We don't consider ourselves journalists, never have.
Yeah, we're not journalists.
We say that all the time.
We're not journalists because we can't research and read a book or read something, but
Right.
people are actually in the field in all these places. Oh, by the way, we were in the field there too. Oh, no, just me. Jon Stewart, holy shit, just think how bad I'll get in season 2. And they upped our episode order? What the fuck? This was from Breitbart, but I noticed the other pieces of shit media outlets were...
Have you watched any of it? Because I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen some segments and they're great.
Okay.
Breitbart.com, and I think I saw this come up on a MSNBS affiliate. Jon Stewart's Apple TV shows is reported a flop with just 40K viewers. The problem with Jon Stewart's new Apple TV show is a humiliating flop with only 40,000 viewers, reporting Bloomberg. I think he's probably doing a hell of a lot better than CNN Plus.
Well, yeah, he is obviously by 30,000, but I just want to say I ain't got no love. Yeah, what he did for the 9/11s, in Congress. Yeah, I applaud him for that. And I do applaud him for standing up. But he's just another shit lib. Come on.
Well,
I bet you he's got his Ukraine flag out.
Yeah, I hope not. There's
sure.
only hope. I don't know for sure, but it's kind of funny here. This is how Redditors exposed it. 2.1 million viewers a month ago.
Whoa.
1.6 million views 5 months ago. 1.5 on the Ukraine's Courage of Putin 1 month ago. That's the one you're referring to. And where does mainstream? 1.2 million viewers a month ago.
So why is Breitbart fucking reporting that he only has 40K when it's clear to see that it's more than
because
that?
he's doing probably what you're doing. Or what they're mad at him because of his shit livery. I don't know. And it's not
His shit livery.
I know. Is that a word? Shit livery?
It is now, right?
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you watch Trailer Park Boys, shit can be turned into anywhere.
God, I think I watched that for about 5 minutes one time.
Authorities worldwide are terrified of those who can see beyond their bullshit, and the numbers are growing by the hour.
Yeah.
Yes, they absolutely are.
They absolutely are. President Biden's in Seattle, or he was in Seattle today, I think.
Oh, whippy, yeah.
Yeah. I just signed an executive order to strengthen our forests and federal lands and make them and local economies they support more resilient in the face of threats like wildfires. And Andy Lee Parker said, "You must be referring to all the free prison laborers serving as firefighters after being imprisoned for marijuana."
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's pretty accurate because
that's just sad.
Yeah. So, but let's send another $800 million or another $1.7 billion to Ukraine. I don't want to hear it when we have wildfire season and they start screaming about having to pay the firefighters this year. Just keep sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. You brought this meme. Is this from Roger Rabbit?
Was that from? Yeah, I think it was from Roger Rabbit.
That's from Roger Rabbit. I think it fits.
That Christopher Lloyd.
Can't James Carville, he's as bad as Hillary Clinton. Can't they just go away hand in hand walking in the sunset?
No.
I know. I had to throw this on here. George Carlin, quote, "Keep in mind the news media are not independent. They are a sort of bulletin board and public relations firm for the ruling class, the people who run things. Those who decide what news you will or will not hear are paid by and tolerated purely at the whim of those who hold economic power. If the parent corporation doesn't want you to know something, it won't be on the news, period. Or at very least, it will be slanted to suit them and then rarely followed up." And I wonder what
Syria, Yemen.
When did he?
Come on.
Did he say this in the 90s, maybe, or was it?
Yeah.
And it's still so true today. And I was talking to somebody, I think
Bill Hicks too.
Yeah, I think some of our friends last night about how the reason why we've got the mess that we have today is because the corporate media has brain fucked everybody, and they're the fourth estate is media, right?
Yeah, and they failed. Yeah, they absolutely failed. It's up to them to hold their feet to the fire, to hold them to the truth. Like, you can't fucking say that because we'll report on what you really said. And they used to do that to a point. I mean, I look back at history now and I see how we've been propagandized for 2,000 freaking years and then some. But, you know, there was a little bit of independent, or not so much independent, but, you know, crowd sponsored. Like PBS used to actually, NPR used to actually have some good fucking reporting on it, you know? And those are, I feel like, are the entities that failed us and sold us out. The ones that we look to be nonpartisan and to hold the, you know, the standard for truth. And so, yeah, I blame you, PBS, and I blame you, NPR, and every other, you know, source that we looked to for years.
We grew up with Walter Cronkite and Huntley and Brinkley, and
we trusted them.
The NewsHour.
Tom Brokaw. I totally grew up with Tom Brokaw.
Yeah. Peter Jennings, rest in peace.
Peter Jennings.
I kind of believed a lot of what they said, and looking back on it, maybe I shouldn't have been so believing. Are you
kidding? The 90s? Think about that shit. I would get up in the morning, I'd turn on the Today Show, let it run for 3 hours watching Matt and Katie, you know, and then you'd move into Rosie O'Donnell. This is before the internet. This is before, you know, we were lucky we had cables, and that is what we were fed. So were they more honest? Was it honest back then? No, I think we were just more indoctrinated, and now we see. No,
it wasn't.
You know, a broader.
I'll cite everybody an example. They were not honest about the Vietnam War.
Hell no.
At all. No. And they should have been, because, you know, sure, Dan Rather stood up to Richard Nixon. What are you running from, Mr. President? Bullshit. That's diversion. That's what they did. They did this drama shit, and then they highlighted, just like they're doing now on steroids. You know, they were in Vietnam to, you know, fight for democracy and the you know, whatever. Bullshit. They were in Vietnam. They wanted their rubber. They wanted their lead. They wanted their minerals. They wanted
their
all
opium.
this shit. They wanted their forests, the lumbers. They wanted all of that, just like they did with Afghanistan.
Well, it's always about resources.
It's always about taking somebody else's shit. And until we get that through our pig heads in this country, anything you hear coming off the mainstream media, especially we have to support the fight in Ukraine, that's not it. That's taking their shit. That's why they're doing it. What does Ukraine have a big abundance of that they want control of?
Well, they're the wee basket of Europe. There's a huge pipeline that's going through. They want control of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about resources. They could give a shit about the people that are getting, you know, killed on both sides. It's not about that. But
it's about the money they're making from the weapons developers.
Throw more weapons in there.
Fucking guns, you know. Oh my God, we need these. We need these ghost drones. I think I brought something, and Burma's talking about this later.
Our chat, you guys know this, and anybody that comes in and wants to argue with us, send us an email. We might respond. But there's no argument. History has proven the points we make. So do our sisters and brothers who actually report facts with their opinions on them, which we, you know, get the minutia out. We usually end up with the right way to go. So moving right along, you brought another damn Mandela effect.
I brought you a couple of crazy things tonight. I think tonight's deck is a little bit more weird than it is scary.
I like weird because I'm weird.
You know I love AbFab. That's why you make the AbFab cards. Sure. And I know you love the Eurythmics. So when I came across this Mandela effect, I had to bring it so we could discuss it.
Yeah, I lost my shit when I saw this. So
I knew you would. I wish I would have been there to see it.
David Allen Stewart, Annie Lennox, they were great performers. If you never got to see them, I feel bad because they had a great performance. Whether you like their music or not, they were performers. And Annie Lennox, performers, they had the energy. I was just in awe of the show they put on. But anyway, let's get into this, and then I'm going to start screaming.
Welcome to the latest brand new Mandela Effects video. Today we're covering everything from music and movies to sweet treats and video games. But first we've got to talk about a recent Mandela Effect April Fool's prank that has everyone talking. So stick around until the very end so you don't miss a single thing. April Fool's Day is the annual tradition of playing practical jokes and hoaxes on April 1st. Well, this year the underwear and t-shirt brand Fruit of the Loom played a fantastic prank.
Let me stop this
The Mandela effect surrounding Fruit of the Loom is in regards to his artwork. It's
this one's almost over.
But what so many people remember was the cornucopia behind the fruit, as though the fruit had
remember the cornucopia?
Yeah. Fruit of the Loom has always denied this.
There was never a cornucopia.
It's never existed, but so many people remember this missing cornucopia, myself included. So for April Fools, Fruit of the Loom updated its logo to include the missing cornucopia all over its website. Take a look at it. It's weird, it looks strangely familiar to so many of us. Obviously this is a wink and a nod to fans of the Mandela Effect, and it's a pretty good April Fool's Day prank. But it's still so weird because so many people remember this logo with a cornucopia. So what do you think of this prank? Is it a gaslighting attempt to make you all feel crazy, or is this just all in good fun? I'm curious to hear your take on it. Let's check out some brand new Mandela Effects.
All right.
Okay, so they got mixed up, but that is the April Fool's cornucopia from Fruit of the Loom. They put it in just to mess with people. It's never been there, but people remember it as having the cornucopia. I really don't remember either way. I kind of remember the cornucopia, but then I don't.
You know what? And I was running around retail back in the day, and I think I ordered shirts and stuff. I swear there was a cornucopia on that, but maybe I have it confused.
I know, that's what I've said.
I might have it confused with another, because that's not necessarily Fruit of the Loom is the iconic one that used the fruit basket. But there was another one out there, I believe, that had a cornucopia that did. I mean, Thanksgiving.
Was it Welch's? Is it Welch's Grape?
Welch's Grape.
Do they have a cornucopia in there?
I don't know. Maybe somebody.
I don't know. But that's still funny. It's funny that they trolled the internet that way.
Yeah, it is. And so that's this one. Now we're going to get to the Eurythmics one again.
Yeah. Okay. This is the Eurythmics.
They were fantastic back in the day. So here we go. I think.
Recently on the television show Wheel of Fortune, a contestant had to solve a puzzle for a song lyric. Sweet dreams are made of blank. The contestant got it wrong and lost a potential $4,000 extra in winnings, but luckily went on to still win the episode. What was his answer? He said, "Sweet dreams are made of these." The correct answer is apparently sweet dreams are made of this. The lyrics come from a famous 1983 Eurythmics song titled Sweet Dreams. This caused a ton of confusion online, leading to multiple articles being written about not just this contestant losing, but also about how this lyric has been misheard for decades. That detail right there is what really interests me. The articles written didn't solely exist to make fun of the guy for saying the obviously wrong word in the puzzle. It's that even the writers of the article thought it was, "Sweet dreams are made of these." Once I read a few of these articles, I couldn't stop researching this. How is it that so many people could have misheard this song lyric for so many years? And it begs the question, is it really as simple as everyone is misremembering the lyrics, or is this a Mandela effect?
First of all, the only reason I wouldn't give the guy his $4,000 back is because there were not enough letters for it to be these. So,
right, but you're nervous. You're up there. You're just trying to go fast.
Yeah,
but I gotta say,
simple math. Come on,
to have a Mandela effect come up and fuck with you while you're on a game show, that sucks. I kind of feel bad for him there because this. I think sweet dreams are made of the sweet dreams. I always thought it was these.
Okay, I'm going to let the audience. Decide. But here we go. We're gonna play.
Listen closely.
Listen closely.
We'll take a copyright strike for it. Go ahead.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
One more time. One more time. Let me bounce it back and play it again.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Okay. Sweet dreams are made of these.
Yeah, she says this, but she says these.
You want you want to know why? You know why? I told you why.
Yeah, I know why.
She's Scottish.
Do you guys know why?
She's Scottish. She has the accent.
Scot, yeah.
She's a Scot. So anyway, little trivia there. Annie Lennox was born 1955 on December 25th.
I told you he loves her.
Oh, I've got Eurythmics programs and shit here. I mean, back when the Eurythmics came out, it was new. It was fresh.
I remember. I was young. I was, I was a kid, but I remember.
And this particular song, they used like old phonographs and different kinds of washboards and shit.
I think this was one of the number one songs of the 80s,
if
I remember.
And
Totally.
She's the one that brought the androgynous look and the brown sugar vocal tone, I think. Steve Cutler, you can check me on that, but I believe
I was crushing over Annie Lennox.
I
It's
do
such
crush
a boomer
over her.
thing.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Okay, Boomer.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was the bomb, man. Anyway, moving
She was
right
the bomb.
along.
Back to bummer and bullshit.
Oh shit! Panic at Sea. What the hell is this in the water? What's in the water? What is this?
Well, this is truckers, I believe. Our ports, we got such problems with our shipping right now, especially with Singapore, the way it is and shut down. So the beginning of this, which it didn't bring, he's talking about all the craters that are lined up outside of Singapore that aren't moving. But this is all of the truckers in America and what they're facing with gas prices the way they are, especially after what they just went through the last 2 fucking years with the jab. And they are upset and worried because they're all quitting.
I wonder why.
Gasoline prices are affecting labor availability in the warehouse sector. Some workers in the hourly wage category feel they cannot afford current gasoline prices, so they're simply not showing up to work. For anyone who's earning about $15 an hour, the price of gas is a big hit, Vice highlighted. The shortage of truck drivers has become so extreme that some authorities are having to step in to prevent more truckers from exiting the market. In Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp has declared a state of emergency, citing the current supply chain chaos. The declaration has suspended the state and federal limit on the number of hours a commercial driver can be on the road. It also forbids trucking companies from forcing ill or fatigued drivers from taking to the roadways and requires 10 consecutive hours of rest for commercial drivers. The state of emergency also prevents price gouging at the pump for all fuels in an attempt to ease the impact of higher prices on truckers' budgets. But even if these measures were implemented nationally, it still wouldn't be enough to make these workers stay in the market. In fact, according to the Transportation Department, roughly 300,000 truck drivers leave the profession every year. In 2021, the U.S. faces a shortage of 80,000 truckers, an all-time high for the industry, according to the American Trucking Association. The shortfall of these critical workers is leaving businesses struggling to get their products to.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not good. And yes, this is our, is it the Epic Economist?
Epic Economist.
He has got the creepiest Robin Leach voice. We've been bringing him for years and he scares the crap out of us every time.
I like his voice. I wish I had
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, it's
He
cool.
tells you you're screwed in that kind of lifestyles of the rich and famous way.
Yeah. Caviar dreams and champagne nightmares.
Yeah, here's your caviar dreams and champagne nightmares,
Yeah,
right?
Jesus. Yeah. And this adds to, this is a domino effect. So they're gonna rush to train new truck drivers, and
maybe, or they'll hurry up and rush to push out self-driven trucks, and that's what they want. You will own nothing, and you'll be happy about it.
You'll be
and
happy. Thank you, man.
They've got to break down the system before they can rebuild it in their image.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's kind of like a thing called the Great Reset. I think that's what it is.
That's a part of it.
Anyway,
there go the truckers.
Anyway, we're screwed. Revolutionary Blackout Network. I think Nick brought this. The West is currently giving the guy on the right billions in weapons while bombing the girl on the left and calling her an anti-Semite.
I know.
It's like,
it's
really?
terrible.
Really?
Wake up, you fools.
Yeah, New York must have had brain damage this morning because I saw all these support Ukraine blue and yellow people out there. You know, we've whatever shit, and they're supporting the Azov regime. Who are Nazis who when history is written on that, we're going to find out how many murderous schemes that they've done to push their Nazi agenda. So did I bring this or did you bring this? It's Comrade Misty. It's probably
Comrade Misty. She's the original and true anti-fascist and comrade Misty Putin, but he says this has to be one of the dumbest tweets of all time. Like, the shit belongs in a museum.
No shit. Yeah, I did bring this. I remember it because number one is Comrade Misty.
What is
and
that?
number two, she's killing it there. It's absolutely right. Museum. Margaret Thatcher, the original and true anti-fascist.
Right.
Are you what opposite world do you fucking live in, Mehar 2C? I mean,
I love that meme up there.
Oh my God. What does that mean? Did you put that in there?
It says Putin must be held accountable for his war crimes, said the empire that is imprisoning a journalist for exposing its war crimes.
Hell yeah. That is.
The news on Julian this week was heartbreaking, right?
Yeah, I'm really pissed still.
They could stop this shit. They could stop it.
They better stop this shit because this may be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm hoping that if it does, that it does break. What do you brought? You brought Brother Sharpton here? What the hell?
Oh, where are we? You skipped one. Go up one.
Go up one.
Up one.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
There we go.
Johnny Depp.
So the same system that kept you in the dark about Ghislaine Maxwell and her client list doesn't mind live streaming Johnny Depp's trial. And this is true, even though I'm covering it. I can tell you it's Bride and Circuses. And I just love this Bill Gates one.
Yeah. Ew. Talk about Steve. That's creepy, isn't it? Steve's always calling us out for our creepy memes and shit. So
I know that is a creepy one.
That's creepy. That's way
But
creepy.
whether you like it or not, yeah, we weren't allowed to know shit about the Ghislaine trial, right?
Oh, come on. This is the CAA. They've got two of their actors there.
Yeah,
they want to have the show
Exactly.
trial, you know? It's good for the sponsors by Pfizer.
Well, Amber fought to have it shut down. She didn't want cameras in there, because she didn't
Sure
want
she
the
did.
world seeing her for who she truly is. Johnny fought to have the cameras
Well,
in
of
there.
course, because
He wants it tried in the court of public opinion.
It supports his case. Look at her reactions and her facial expressions. She needs to go back to acting class.
She's never been a very good actress at all. Never, ever. And it's just hilarious that she got all of these roles off the stepping on the back of Johnny. She really did. If you look at what she did until she married Johnny, wasn't that impressive?
Yeah, not that greatest stuff. And now, can I bring Al and
yeah,
company?
now you can bring the funeral of CNN Plus.
Okay, CNN. This is great. I haven't seen this. I can't wait.
Coming up on CNN Plus.
Chris, we just got canceled.
No! I just started! What am I gonna do now?
You can call Jussie and see if he still has that rope.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Brian, we just got canceled.
No! What am I gonna do now?
Oh my God, this isn't happening. This isn't happening.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
It gets funnier.
Look at Saki.
I was gonna call and see if I could get my
That's
job
Chris Cuomo.
back.
Yeah.
This is all Trump's fault! Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
Ah,
I
Anderson.
can't raise these kids without a job! Why?
Tubin.
What are you doing?
Tubin.
This is so sad, but
Jeffrey.
oh, it's so exciting.
Jeffrey, you can't do that in here. Jeffrey, stop it. Jeffrey.
This is all Trump and Putin's fault.
All right, Jussie. We gotta save CNN. This is your time to shine.
Oh, shit. That was good.
That was a good one.
That was
yeah,
a good
I cut it because it did get a little bit,
Racy,
I don't know.
Racy?
yeah, they
Disgusting?
always get a little racy, but I cut it. So they're pretty funny that way.
All right. What do we have? Oh, I love this next image. What's he crying about? Mr. Martha's Vineyard.
Well, didn't you hear? His Shitlib show on Spotify got canceled.
Really? Why?
I don't know, but they've been trying to cancel Rogan for a year now.
Yeah, well,
Irony.
Like I said, I saw that one come up on Netflix last week. I ran over and gave it a thumbs down real quick. Let's see what this one's got to say.
Alright folks, so take a look at this. Spotify moving on from Obama's paying Joe Rogan millions proves, quote, it doesn't often pay to be woke. Spotify potentially ditching the Obamas could signal a major change in the industry as content providers realize that left-wing talking points don't pay the bills. Conservative critics claim Higher Ground, the production company run by former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, did not receive an offer from Spotify as its current deal expires this year. Bloomberg News reported this week that the Swedish streaming giant declined to make an offer, according to 3 sources familiar with the discussions. The report said of Spotify, the same platform that reportedly pays podcasting giant Joe Rogan, quote, at least $200 million. Conservative radio host Jason Rantz feels the Obamas provided typical left-wing content, while Rogan earns his money by attracting a massive audience because he goes against the mainstream narrative. It doesn't often pay to be woke, not in the long term. The wokest consumers will turn on you the second you stray away from their fringe views in any way. Joe Rogan's audience is loyal because they tend to be more open-minded to views they disagree with, Rance told Fox News Digital. And Rogan fans are being served in ways that the Obamas can't provide. Want left-wing talking points? Go to Obama, or MSNBC, or CNN, or New York Times, or WAPO. Rance continued, Rogan provides content you're not getting anywhere else. It's not a conservative versus liberal thing either, because Rogan is simply a free thinker who asks questions and has thorough interviews. The Obamas are there merely to push propaganda.
You know what? Okay, I get what he's saying, but he's twisting it. He's twisting it. You know why? Because he's talking about left-wing talking points. He's using woke, which I don't think woke has anything to do with it. It's just the fact to me is Joe Rogan's talking about topics of issues with a variety of people and not looking at their political ideology. And
he's not an echo chamber.
He's not an echo chamber. So anybody in their right mind, if you're going to be honest with your viewers and be personal at the same time, instead of trying to sell a political ideology bullshit that this guy that just did the report just tried to do himself. The irony here is astounding, but I'm glad that they canceled Obama. That's for sure.
Right. I get that. You know, I listened to, I can't remember what that guy's, it's his channel. Anyways, does it say on there?
No.
And he does come from the right. And a lot of commentators I've noticed are starting to break more right now. And it's kind of weird because even people that I've been close to for years now are breaking right. It's like they got so broken and so rejected from the Democratic Party that their pendulum has swung the complete opposite other way. And it's crazy because you would think that they had been on the right for a really long time. When I meet them, I think, oh, you've been a conservative this whole time? Oh, no, I was a liberal up until 2020. Like, what? And I keep running into that over and over and over. And it's mind-blowing to me that they didn't manage to go above the duopoly and realize that, hey, this is two sides of the same corporate bird that you can't win.
Exactly.
I think their last ditch hope is that the conservativeness will kind of set it back to the way it used to be if the Republicans get in power. It's almost the mentality that I think it's, it's that.
I think it's gutless.
It is gutless, right?
I think they should stand on their own 2 feet and not swing to another political identity to get some payback on the political party that just screwed you. Instead of, I guess they're calculating they're going to get more traction and support and backing, which they are, because we just had one of our candidates in Washington State.
What
is she going for? Not Secretary of State, but she's going for like auditor or something. And she was really, I personally, I like her. I have nothing against her, but to go with the Republicans to, calculus to win that seat, I don't respect that as much as going independent. So, I mean, I don't know. She's an election integrity specialist. Yeah, I agree.
So that gives me hope that she's going for Secretary of State.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that the goal here is, and some of them are being strategic, even though I don't support the strategic doing anything.
With strategic, yeah.
Right, is to try to get in and fix our voting system from within, I think is the goal.
You can go strategic all day long. I prefer people go mutual aid all day
I
long.
did it. People talk shit about me for 4 fucking years.
You learned.
Like, you are
You
stupid
learned.
to be inside the Democratic Party.
You learned.
Did we accomplish anything? Yeah. We gave them the most progressive platform they'd ever fucking had. Did they do anything with it?
Threw it in the
No.
garbage.
They threw it in the garbage, just sat on a fucking shelf and collected dust. They don't even know what's in those planks. And everything that our elected officials do is against everything that we put in there. So it doesn't freaking matter.
You know, Brother Rome made a point that I've been thinking about for quite a while. It's not necessarily a new link, new point, but I'm going to credit Brother Rome over there at Revolutionary Blackout Network. He was talking the other day about the $100 million that we, with our $27, gave Bernie Sanders. Now, that just went up in smoke, basically. $100 million. Now, how much help could that help in mutual aid?
Bernie 2024.
And again,
why?
they're going to
Give
do
him
the same.
another fucking
You are
$100 million.
chucking your money in the toilet if you are going to support any of these candidates without a written contract, which they will still find a way to get out of.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It
Remember,
doesn't
we
matter.
used to do those signed contracts with them back in like 2015.
I
that
tried
they're not
to-
going to
yeah.
take any dark
Yeah.
money, whatever.
It's called, we had something so simple as just a pledge. Will you pledge to fight for Medicare for all? Stay
You
out of
just
these
say
wars.
you will.
Yeah, you just say it, but it's worthless. So the election system is rigged. We got election integrity issues all over the place. So
You can't say that on YouTube.
Oh, fuck YouTube. They're going to screw us anyway.
I know.
You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. So that brings. I'm not going to dwell on this anymore. But brother,
You're
Rome's
right.
Yeah, it is.
Catalytic Centaur. It is about age. I agree with you
Yeah,
there. It really is.
It is.
But I think it's about experience too. I mean,
Yeah, I do too. I think
how
it's-
hard the system screwed you
Yeah,
your
yeah,
whole life, I
but-
think makes you wake up faster.
I
to
think
it.
Sabrina had a poll that she took how many people would support Bernie Sanders for a 2024 run, and I think it was like 3% they would vote for him. I was one of them saying no fucking way will I vote for that guy again.
I got to tell you, I was inside 2016's campaign and 2020's campaign. 2016 was grassroots. It was driven by the people in the streets thinking they had a chance to actually get a candidate in there that represented them. 2020 was a freaking shit lib, co-opted, no energy. You're going to do it the way we tell you you're going to do it. It wasn't anything grassroots. It wasn't anything driven by the people. It was DNC driven.
Who was that cue ball that worked for Bernie that I couldn't stand? What was his name? His campaign guy.
Jeff Weaver.
Weaver.
I'm still friends with Weaver. Yeah.
Weaver.
I troll him every now and then. I see him
Weaver.
on my Facebook.
But
Oh,
the likes
well,
of Jeff Weaver and Chuck Rocha.
Chuck.
Those guys.
Chuck.
Those
Yeah.
ran that 20. That was a psyop. That 2020 campaign.
It was a total psyop. It
Yeah.
was.
So anyway, Dow closes.
They just wanted people back in the Dem Party.
Yeah, they did, and they're going to try and pull it again and re-energize it with more youthful people. Ain't gonna happen. That flock has left the barn. Dow closes 981 points down on Friday. Books worst day since October 2020. I'm not going to read it. We know it. And what are they doing here, Chanda, by doing this?
I'm just going to say, Oz, let's vote our way out of this.
Let's vote our way out of this. Meanwhile, they're trying to screw us on our 401ks, take our shit away, kneecap us.
They already took mine in 08 when the
Yeah,
first
mine too.
bubble burst.
Mine too. And let me remind everybody, the Dow, that doesn't serve you. That's them losing money. That's their sandbox where they screw the people who are ignorant of all this stuff. So let the fucker crash. Just let it crash. To hell with you. Oh, but Oz, people are going to lose their retirement and their savings. Guess what? If it goes all the way, we're all going to be in the same boat. We're going to wake up at that point, I think, because once you get bit in the wallet, Chanda, you never forget.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Okay, here's your Don Lemon.
Hey, Chad.
You love Don. Hey, Chad. Don Lemon. Hey, Chad.
Don Lemon. Yeah.
Chad, I saw your buddy Jesse Ventura this morning. I engineered with him and the Earth Day thing. nice, pleasant guy. And Terrell was great too, his son.
I'm so jealous. I should have came into the green room. Damn it. I wasn't even thinking this morning.
Jesse's calling truth to power. The only thing I got twitchy
Always.
on, one of the things that he pointed out, he was giving up his Porsches. And I thought, why? That's rather privileged of you, Jesse, to help the planet. You don't do Porsches anymore.
He earned them.
I know, he did.
I don't judge.
But he's right on the issues and the corruption and everything in this country. So go over there and watch it. It's great. It's the ARC presentation on the Rockfin, day 2. Jesse Ventura. We had a great one on day 1 with Gary Gillum from the Seattle Seahawks. Check it out. Great show, guys. Very, very good, very good. What's Don Lemon got to say here? Anything worth listening to?
I think this is probably more fallout from CNN Plus.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Taps.
Yeah.
It just didn't add up.
Damn.
Feeling good about this? Is ink flammable? Well, we'll find out. I don't really know. Let's look at. Would you look at this?
Oh. I love that. I liked it. I will share and subscribe. That was great. I you know what? What could independent media in this country, $300 million. I would like to give $300 million to the real independent media, not the blowhards out there that show up with their microphone and brand themselves as really doing the Lord's work. I'm talking about the ones that are out there trying to grow and do shit, that put themselves into dicey situations for the news.
Can you imagine if we could give $100,000 to say just 15 of them? Just here, build your studio, get your equipment.
You know what? I'd drop $100,000 on all of our fams that we are working with now, tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm too old to have money. Who cares? As long as I got a warm bed to sleep in, a dry place, and food, and
your pudding,
my pudding. So anyway, that's it. What do we got here? Got drones or ghost drones?
Got drones. This is Jason Vermis and the 800 million. That come on, we got to have ghost drones.
Ghost drones. Okay, ghost drones.
Runs nothing. The man runs nothing. This is an embarrassment. And yeah, this is a Secret Service agent in there, and everybody's seen it. I can't believe that got the 1.4 million views when it's in such tattered shape in the resolution on that one. But, they're trying to cover that up. I mean, give me a break. Honestly, the person in the bunny outfit makes bigger decisions in a day than Joe Biden does. But let's hear him talk. Let's hear him stumble through. I mean, get ready for 90 seconds of hell cometh with Joe Biden, and he's the big guy. He's helping Ukraine.
Today, I'm announcing another $800 million to further augment Ukraine's ability to fight in the east of the Donbass region. This package includes heavy artillery weapons, dozens of howitzers, and 144,000 rounds of ammunition to go with those howitzers. It also includes more tactical drones. In the past 2 months, we've moved weapons and equipment to Ukraine at record speed. We've sent thousands of anti-armor and anti-missile helicopters, drones, grenade launchers, machine guns, rifles, radar systems. More than 50 million rounds of ammunition had already been sent.
I mean, to me, this is like, we're trying to start World War III. I mean, if they're telling you about these ghost drones, can you imagine what they're not telling you about? I mean, what is it that's going to spark this off into a global conflict? I mean, on Russian state media, they're already openly talking about it, guys.
The United States alone has provided 10 anti-armor systems for every one Russian tank that's in Ukraine, a 10-to-1 ratio. We're sharing and will continue to share significant timely intelligence with Ukraine to help defend them against Russian aggression.
Jesus
On
Christ.
top of this, these direct contributions from the United States, we're the outfit facilitating the significant flow of weapons and systems to Ukraine from other allies and partners
Jesus Christ.
around the world, like the S-300 long-range anti-aircraft systems that Slovakia recently transferred to Ukraine. We are getting them in there. We won't always be able to advertise everything that our partners are doing, support Ukraine in its fight for freedom.
I can't tell you all the other shit we bought.
Support he invokes Teddy Roosevelt. It's beyond parody, folks.
It is.
It's beyond parody. He has no decision making. Zero.
None.
Zip. Zilch. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And now, again, the main buzz around people that are supplying the weapon systems, okay? They're front companies. Vandenberg Air Force Base, where all of these satellites are being launched at via SpaceX, that's where much of the classified secret space program has been run out of for decades.
Jason
Burmis.
Burmis, good stuff, but he needs to lose the Kozlinski look. I mean, the hair.
Does he have a Kalinsky?
He's got the Kyle Kalinsky look, and it just kind of makes me ew. So anyway, Biden, that out of control. And when Biden says the United States, that means tax dollars and resources that we should be using here, but we're sending them in the form of weapons to kill people in Ukraine. Instead of diplomacy is what they should be having meetings every damn day with all of them about getting this bullshit stopped.
They are. It's about making money. Believe me, they're having meetings every goddamn day. They don't want this to stop. They wanted to start it. They started it. Come on.
These guys can all go straight to the hell place for me. We're moving right along tonight, and we have another Bloomer Blast here. James Stewart's Harvey. And the boomers will remember this. Harvey, Elwyn P. Dowd, Jimmy Stewart played that, is a wealthy drunk who starts having visions of a giant rabbit named Harvey. And, I took this opportunity to do a little bit of a satire parody here. And you might notice some of the people starring in this little gig here. But check it out. Tell me what you think after it's over. I hope it's okay. I love film noir.
I agree, Larry.
People get run over by trucks every day. Why can't something like that happen to Uncle Elwood?
Possible. Chanda Oz.
This person that you call Harvey. His name's Henry.
Joe.
It's Henry Harvey. Now, who is he?
Fee.
He's a rabbit.
Pat. Joe Biden.
You can't miss him, Mrs. Chanda. He's
God.
Farron.
A fairy.
There's Oz on the wall. There's Joe Biden.
Always very large.
But Harvey's not only a puka, he's also my best friend.
That portrait of my mother, Doctor, happens to be the pride of this house.
She is that? Well, I certainly am.
If we grab your uncle, you'll probably be coming out to the sanitarium.
You and the Maytag man?
I don't know.
What the hell,
Well, if you
Chanda?
do, I'll be there.
Okay.
Do you know what you've done?
And there's Fauci.
The case to walk out here and roam around with an overgrown white rabbit.
So
was
goodbye,
Putin.
good luck, and good riddance.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Time.
Goodbye, Joe. It's time for your bed. Good night, Joe. There's our version of Harvey.
I don't know. You're getting a little out of control with the reface. I might have to take your reface privileges away from you.
You look good.
What do you guys think?
What
do you think?
Actress. You look good on the actress. I mean, Farron looked good on her character. So
No, we did. We did.
Yeah, you guys looked all right. Anyway, that's a Boomer Blast.
Thank you. That was funny. I've never seen that. I'm actually going to have to go watch that now.
Harvey, you've never seen Harvey? I mean, if anything, I disrespected Jimmy Stewart, and I apologize, Jimmy. You were
come
one
on.
hell of an actor. But
It was 40 years before me, so
putting Joe
I do go back and watch those.
Putting Joe Biden's mug on Jimmy Stewart, that's really bad.
That's kind of low. That's what I mean.
Nah, that's kind
out
of
of control.
I apologize, Jimmy, wherever you are. What do you got here? You got a corrupt judge, another one?
Who is this? This is Hal. Is this Hal? No, this isn't Hal. It's corrupt judge. Why don't you pull the trigger? I forget who it is.
All right, corrupt judge, another one.
Father, people get
No,
run
not
over
that
by
one.
trucks every day. Why can't something like
Welcome
that
back
happen?
to the podcast, guys. In this video,
Oh,
we're
that's
doing an update
Roslav, yeah.
to a conviction I talked about 4 months ago at the beginning of 2022 when we discussed the prosecution and conviction by the Justice Department, specifically in the Southern District of New York, of a former Supreme Court justice from New York. She was a state Supreme Court justice, specifically from Brooklyn, and she was found guilty of obstruction of justice for her part in
I read
helping
this
cover
story,
up
yeah.
a defrauding scam that was going on by a couple of different people, including a wealthy CEO of the Municipal Credit Union of New York, which is a very large institution which contains the accounts of many public workers. So they were skimming money off that institution. Mainly 3 people, the judge, a CEO, and a former police officer. All of them have been sentenced. We're going to go through some of the details here, but the judge herself was also sentenced to 15 months in prison by Judge Kaplan, who you might recognize if you followed my coverage of Virginia Roberts' civil lawsuit against Prince Andrew. Judge Kaplan was the one who was overseeing that, and he did a good job there. He did not show any favoritism towards Prince Andrew at all. And in this case, I was wondering what he was going to do, what the sentence was going to do, if you watched my last video, because Judge Kaplan he actually behaved very badly in a former case having to do with Donziger. I think his conduct was unacceptable, and even like many different lawyers and prosecutors were asking for him to be punished for his conduct on that. So I'm very skeptical of Judge Kaplan. But in this case, and in the Prince Andrew case, he conducted himself very well, completely unbiased. So I had to give him credit.
How can you say that?
I did not like his prior conduct.
They settled out of court. We don't know how he would have been.
Judge. Now, Judge Kaplan is a federal judge. This is a state Supreme Court judge, but it's a fellow justice. And but nevertheless, he didn't show any favoritism. She's going to jail for more than 1 year.
Ooh, 1 fucking year. We've seen people get sentenced with a joint to much, more than that.
They're still in the stripy hole.
Yeah.
There's still marijuana convictions on this.
I'm not impressed.
Well,
Ooh, one of them put the other one away for
what was he
15 months.
alluding to? That Judge Kaplan didn't do such a good job on the Stephen Donziger case?
Yeah, you think? So he's in the pocket of Chevron, not in the pocket of the Queen. I mean, that's all I heard.
That's what I heard too. I mean, yeah, but this is just what happened was this judge pissed somebody off. But not enough to really throw the book out.
Right.
So,
we'll just crush her career and put her in jail.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, you brought your new boat.
Shell, yeah.
You bought a new boat, Chanda. It's really nice.
Yeah. Well, the middle class blames the poor. I'm going to park my boat in my boat.
Jesus Christ.
I've been following these super yachts. They've been running all over the globe since the war in Ukraine started because of the sanctions. And there's oligarchs that are willing to sink these motherfuckers before they are to allow them to be captured. And the insurance on these, I mean, these boats are mind-blowing the amount of, $1 billion. Like, what?
Listen, back in my day, we converted these 40 Econo vans into cool, carpet and chairs and shit. I mean, some people put, $3,000-$4,000 in it, but nowadays
put a cooler in it.
Yeah, put a cooler in it, but nowadays it's super yachts. So
wired for sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, it's crazy.
Super yachts.
Yeah.
So this next one's gonna blow your mind, Oz.
No, tell me it's not.
I think it might break your brain. Okay, so this is called The Internet Is Not Real. And I'm going to drop the whole link. You guys can go back and watch it later. And I'll drop it in the chat if I can copy it. But go ahead and click it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, let's see if I can click it right tonight.
Today I want to talk about something called the dead internet theory. A disturbing and unsettling yet entirely plausible theory that gives me that awful sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. The kind of feeling you get when you know someone is lying to your face. The kind of feeling you get when you connect 2 formerly unconnected points in your mind, and their newfound connection gives you chills because you didn't want to believe it, but the truth is too obvious to ignore now. This theory adds a deep-seated gut feeling to what many of you have experienced for years and years, but have been unable to put into words. The feeling that something is deeply wrong online, but you can't put your finger on what or why. Many people seem to have pieces and fragments, but no one seems to have figured everything out. Once I explain all of this, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be feeling these exact thoughts. So I'm sorry if I break any worldviews with this video, and honestly isn't my intention. I, like so many others, just want the truth. So let's get right into the dead internet theory. Most of the internet is fake. This theory is a collection of a lot of ideas from many people, but credit must be given to Illuminati Pirate for bringing together so much of this information into a single thread. I'm going to discuss a lot of what he says, as well as pull a ton of information from a variety of sources and comments from all over the web. The simple explanation for the dead internet theory is that the vast majority of the internet is actually generated by artificial intelligence, in conjunction with paid media influencers in order to manufacture consumers for an increasingly wider range of newly normalized products, as well as to dramatically sway public opinion and control the collective attitude or outlook of people or culture. For all of the younger people out there who didn't experience the internet as it used to be, the internet of today is vastly different. Before the advent of the internet-connected cell phone, or the mass adoption of the home computer, before social media even existed, the internet was a place where people came to express passion, hobbies, feelings, and thoughts. It wasn't filtered, or selectively shown to you based on what an algorithm thinks you want to hear. It also wasn't an echo chamber to reinforce your pre-existing beliefs, whatever they may be. It wasn't created to keep you locked into a website or an app for hours and hours every single day. The internet was a collection of human thought, both right and wrong, and what you found and enjoyed was up to you. It wasn't monetized. The point of it wasn't to get as many clicks as possible or to keep you engaged for as long as possible. It just was. The internet was whatever you made it.
Okay, so I've dropped the link for you guys to go ahead and watch that whole segment. But basically, he's already wrapped it up, but he explains it a little bit more in depth. So basically, the internet is generated by AI itself and the bots. I mean, think about the interaction you used to have on the internet, say 10 years ago.
Yeah, I can't
compared
argue.
to the internet you have now. I know I'm interacting with a hell of a lot more computer generated, artificial and generated bots. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
ads, click time.
This is why I like doing these shows, because I know that 99.9% of the people in this chat are real people. They're not bots.
I know, right?
I mean,
exactly.
God. But yeah, the internet was fun at one time, and I looked at it as a vast library where data is being gathered and built up and everything else, you know. I mean, it was, you know, and YouTube has perverted their platform. Google has perverted YouTube.
It's Google that's perverted it all. Because remember Ask Jeeves? Like, oh, I don't know this. Let's go ask Jeeves. Everybody thought it was so novel that there was a database where you could go ask a question, right?
Yeah, but
but that was AI, right? You were talking to a computer generated, algorithm.
Yeah, and now it's Google. And everybody who would hear me, oh God, Google's not bad. I can go there and learn how to fix the bearing in my car or the sink
Google,
or whatever. I mean, that's the tame side. That's what YouTube would have been or should have been or should be now. But now they have embedded it with AI bots and, plus their human element interface.
Well, that pushed the corporate algorithm, right?
The corporate, and that started when we started surfing the net. And we were looking for some shoes or boots, in my case, in my size. And all of a sudden, we'd start getting emails and ads for boots and shoes all the time. It's on steroids now. It
started with the smartphones. And, I remember in 2012, I was already on like my third smartphone, and Verizon offered me $1,000 phone for like a fucking penny, right?
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and go, what the hell is the catch here where they're giving all of America $1,000 free phone?
You know what it is
technology wise. I know what it is now. And what changed in 2012, 2013, the amount of ads that we are barraged with. I remember a Facebook without ads. I really do. You
have absolutely no privacy as long as you carry this. And what's going to happen is they want to turn this into a chip into your brain.
Put it in your noggin.
And they probably did it, like I said.
They already have one. 200,000 people are walking around with neurochips.
Neurochips. So here's, and like I said last week, my CPAP machine
is coming to get you.
It monitors me. God knows.
I know.
It's like, wow. I mean,
oh, man, that would creep me out.
Yeah, it is. And I have to have it because of the
You better be nice to it.
Well,
what if it shuts off in the middle of the night because you were mean to it?
So they can push a button and like kill you while you're sleeping and you CPAP.
Right.
I mean, they're going to turn it off, or they're going to see. Yeah, I can just see a couple of guys.
He tweeted some crazy shit. That's it. He doesn't support Ukraine.
Yeah. We're
turning him off.
Some dudes at the CPAP Phillips is saying, let's get high. Hey, let's fuck with this guy. Let's turn it on and off and listen to him gag. I mean, that's it. Jesus Christ.
No, it'll be the AI that'll be doing that. We don't have people that work that.
I know, they don't. Yeah, I tried to get a hold of somebody the other day, and I think I went to Singapore, and then I went to India, and then I went to somewhere else. I don't know where the hell it was. So.
Good luck with that. Okay, so things are going to get weird here on all the way out.
Okay, here you go. This is yours.
Okay, this is being sick is illegal in the United States. Medical bills are fines for that until we meet again, kids. And can you show me on the doll where the free thinker hurt you?
Is that's South Park, isn't it?
Yeah, that is South Park.
South Park. Now this is weird enough just looking at that meme. What the hell you got?
Klaus
Oz again with his moves.
This is own nothing and like it is the note to myself.
Oh my God.
I honestly don't remember what this is.
Rent instead of buy. It's the trend taking over the fashion world, and Queensland women are making the most of it. Some are cashing in on their clothes, while others are wearing designer labels for a fraction of the price.
Shay Plant's closet keeps giving and growing. What started in her bedroom is now a business. She rents out designer dresses.
It just means I can wear fancy clothes whenever I want and not feel the guilt of being in debt.
While she's
Nope.
making money.
Rent your clothes. No more owning them.
Hundreds of dollars. Definitely.
But for some, it's more than just money.
There's so much more awareness now on the impact that fast fashion has on the environment. There is also the environmental motivation now as well.
Apartments are getting smaller and smaller, closets are getting smaller. People don't have the room to necessarily fill it with clothing that they can only wear once.
And so they're doing this with, they're recycling apparel. I don't have a problem with, recycling this stuff and reducing the carbon footprint. But what?
Yeah, because textiles create so fucking much. I mean,
so what do you think? What's the downside of this?
What is the downside of it? I've known people that just get creeped out by the fact that somebody else could have worn a piece of clothing. I see a lot of people not doing this, but you're right. I mean, I don't know. You'll own nothing. You'll like it.
Yeah, I'm thinking they'll start robbing graveyards and undressing dead people and selling their clothes. I don't know.
Who can afford to go to a fucking graveyard?
Yeah,
we're the poor, man. We get cremated.
I know. Yeah, we get torched. I know. That's how that goes. Speaking of Klaus Schwab and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, I don't know how you can put so many faces on one guy. You brought
I don't
this,
know.
right?
I'm going to tell my kids this was the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, well, I think that's more accurate than anything.
Is that seriously Schwab in that outfit? We are told yes, Farron, but I cannot confirm it. But that thing's been floating around for 2 weeks. You can look into it.
We cannot confirm or deny.
We cannot confirm or deny. I don't think it was, but I don't know.
Yeah, Amber says that the source was good and it was Klaus running around in his bathing suit. That is not a reface.
When you're that rich. Yeah, no, it's not a reface. When you're that rich, I guess, you push the boundaries.
Yeah, you should. You should. Well, who do you got here? Did you bring another Ross Shields report?
Because everybody is obsessed with talking about Bezos and Musk and Gates. And I just want to remind you, these motherfuckers are richer than them.
knows how to earn money. They're one of the biggest collectors of gold in the world. However, their most precious assets are their mining corporations. Rio Tinto Mining is one of the 2 mining corporations that bring up to a quarter of Rothschild's vast wealth. Worth around $103 billion, Rio Tinto is the second largest metal mining corporation globally. When the Rothschild family purchased this company, it was just a small local mining operation. Yet 150 years later, Rio Tinto is the leading copper producer globally, with a yearly turnover of more than $30 billion. Number 2, La Compagnie Financiere. When Edmund Adolphe de Rothschild established La Compagnie Financiere, he aimed to become a leading global interdealer broker. However, La Compagnie Financiere went beyond his wildest dreams. This multi-billion-dollar corporation is now worth nearly $121 billion. The company is managing financial operations in Switzerland, which, along with its chocolate, unwillingness to join sides, and especially photogenic cows, is also well known for its superior banking sector. Today, the company is run by Edmund's son, Benjamin de Rothschild, who managed to expand the business in over 30 countries. Number 1, Glencore Mining. Finally, number 1 on the list is Glencore Mining Company, the Rothschild family's biggest asset, worth more than $127.5 billion. The corporation that owns several mines in Australia is just a single asset of the Rothschild family, yet it currently is wealthier than Bill Gates, and there are only 3 individuals who are richer than this single company in the Rothschilds' portfolio. The company is one of the biggest employers in Australia, with 145,000 people working in it, so it holds quite a bit of power in the local politics. It may turn out that some of the conspiracies about the Rothschilds are actually true.
You think?
You think? Just saying. Just a reminder.
This is what our sisters and brothers at Juice Media always talk about. It's not the Australian government, Juice Media. It's the Rothschilds. They own Australia.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and the other fossil fuels that are totally depleted in
I
Australia.
mean, and that's just one. How much are the Rothschilds worth? Remind us again. 550 trillion.
T with a T. Trillion.
I think that eclipses Musk and Gates and the rest of them. So don't be distracted.
No, we're looking at the ones they want us to look at.
Yeah,
you know, that's the way they want it.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all AI bots and evil bastards. I love this meme. This is a great meme.
This is a great meme. Account balance minus 0.75 cents. Overdraft protection, the bank. Account balance minus 35.75. You're welcome.
Yeah, you are welcome. That's a great meme.
Yeah, because they're criminals. They are criminals.
Criminals.
Absolutely criminal. And they have been robbing from us for forever.
You know, and I hate to say that, and I think Eric said earlier, we need to leverage and take over the credit unions as a nation, all of them. We need to make that the bank of the people's bank.
Yeah, we need a people's bank. I have fought for a people's bank for many, many years.
And not to worry, those of you who are connected with credit unions or have worked for credit unions, that doesn't mean we're going to screw the employees. That just means that we need to unite all these credit unions and take them over and make them a real national bank for the people, not for profit. We have this right here. You brought a Jamie Spears, and he's wearing one of my wigs.
Did I cut this?
Did you cut
Oh, yeah. 318. Okay, we're good. I cut it.
Fire it away.
All right. Fire it up.
Okay.
Hi. Someone said something I don't agree with. I am so offended. I need a safe space.
This is a safe space. You can be as offended and pathetic as you want to be.
Hi. Did you know every year hurt feelings result in a staggering 0 deaths? This is far too many. And all these deaths could be prevented if we had government subsidized safe spaces. But luckily, now we do. Through strategic defunding of the police and canceling of the Feeding the Hungry programs, we've been able to launch the nationwide Safe Space Hotline. You don't think we should have an open border? You just want people to die. I'm literally shaking right now and I don't know what to do. In the past, this person would not have a safe space, which means they would be stuck stewing in the swamp of their own mental instability all by themselves. But that changes now with the Safe Space Hotline. Welcome to the Safe Space Hotline. With the launch of the Safe Space Hotline, now they have someone to create a safe space for them while they stew in the swamp of their own mental instability. If he runs again, you would vote for Donald Trump? Safe Space Hotline. I'm here to listen to you victimize yourself. At the Safe Space Hotline, we know that you're mentally ill enough to believe that how you make yourself feel is someone else's fault based on how you perceive their words and filter them through your undealt with insecurities, which cause you to victimize yourself as you blame someone else for what you're doing to yourself. And we cater to that. Safe Space Hotline. He called me by the wrong pronoun. What are your pronouns? Them, sir. Wow, those don't sound made up. And I can't believe he didn't know those are your pronouns. It's so obvious. Could you hysterically tell me how bad that made you feel? At the Safe Space Hotline, we'll reinforce the disempowered narrative that it's always someone else's fault. The Safe Space Hotline doesn't offer anything helpful, but it does offer a safe space. But research does show that safe spaces assist a person in avoiding inner discomfort that could otherwise catalyze them into self-responsibility for their life experiences that could better their life. And this is essential because you can't victimize yourself if you're working on bettering yourself. And you can't weaken a nation of people if they're working on bettering themselves. But you can if you get that nation of people to believe that victimizing themselves is empowerment. Accordingly, the Safe Space Hotline is funded in part by the George Soros Foundation for the building of a worse America, and is backed by all the leftist politicians that he and the World Economic Forum have placed into power. Safe Space Hotline. I can't even. You are so brave to be weak enough to not be able to even. The next time someone says something that you don't like, instead of being an adult, break down and call the Safe Space Hotline. 1-800-I'm-a-victim. We'll be here to listen to you ramble aimlessly as you blame someone else for how you made yourself feel.
God. JP, all of our communities have that too. So it's,
yeah,
you know,
they do.
Yeah, that's. I love the tidy whities. We've got Profile of Scumbag, and what's unique about this is somewhere in my closet, I have both those shoes. Not only do I have the ones Fauci's wearing, I have the ones that Casey Hunt is wearing. So Profile of a Scumbag this week is Dr. Fauci in his true form, and we just wanted to pass that on, and I... sorry, but not sorry. But you gotta love that. Come on, it was good.
I was like, "Is that Fauci?
Yeah,
Who is
Fauci.
that?"
That's Dr. Fauci.
The Fauci.
The Fauci. And Miss Amber King wanted me to share this here today. Earth Day, 2035. It's got a businessman with a facade, and everything's burnt and broken and torn down and ripped down. And there's your media for you. And the new 2022 Chicken Daddies calendar. I think I look good on that in my outfit.
You did great.
Thank you.
Amazing pose. I was so proud of you.
I didn't do that. Miss King did that.
Well, see, it's fair game when you go around reface, and you're bound to get refaced.
I know. What's this? You brought Back to the Future or into the Future?
This is our last united spot before we move into music, movies, and Hollywood.
Okay, we are getting ready to blow out of here with the fun stuff after this. We have a hell of a sing-off tonight. I gotta insist that Chanda should be winning tonight, but she doesn't know for sure. She's thinking.
I don't know. I think you got a better song again.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
Is crack contagious? Todd, wait a minute. So you're telling me I should make a time machine?
Todd, I'm a stay-at-home son, all right? I don't work. What am I gonna do?
Come on, man, cheer up. Hey, what's that thing in your hand? Is that a sandwich?
No, Dad. It's a camcorder. I record myself doing stuff.
Well, there you go, son. You can do that. And then Trump said I was lying, and I said I wasn't, and then Trump said it's in the video, and I said play the video, and son of a bitch, he played the video.
They played my videos too.
Hey, I'm from Delaware, right? You swearing nobody gonna see these videos, right?
Trust me, bro, nobody will see him but me and my laptop repairman, but he's cool.
Joe, what the hell are we gonna do
It's true, man. He got me a job.
Stupid, ugly, chump bastards to do what I say. Whack-a-dack-a-whizzle-wazzle. Flick-a-bag-a-boogie. Great Scott!
Dad, what's wrong?
Is my name Joe Biden?
Yeah, your name is Joe Biden, Dad.
Do you realize what this means?
What are we gonna do now, Dad?
We're gonna go back to the basement.
Dad, they have my laptop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to use that electrical time machine I built that requires no fossil fuels.
Dad, are we gonna stay in America?
America? Ha! Where we're going, we don't need America. Let's get some Chinese food.
Robin.
Those guys are terrible.
To be continued.
To be continued. Go check out the United Spot, but you better bring your sense of humor because they can get pretty raunchy sometimes.
They can. I love the whole coming out of the basement joke. Because remember Biden, we reported on that one. Biden hid in the basement for like 6 months. Yeah.
Was Chris Cuomo hanging out with him down there?
Right. Chris Cuomo was in his own basement.
I think so. Anyway, Chris Legion brought us this one. Nina Turner rocking the blue and yellow uniform in support of the Azov Ukraine. Is that for real? Is she really wearing that to do that?
I don't mean to disrespect a sister, but you could have, put the nose on her too, because this is just pure clownery to me. Well, why? You ain't got to be clowning around like this.
Yeah, well, Jordan's got his thing, and he's out there saying, I don't need you to watch me because I'm a reporter and I was at all these places and none of you were there. That is, in fact, a downright lie, because a lot of people who are actual in the street journalists were there. Breaking, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country needs $7 billion per month to account for economic losses. Is that real?
Wow. Are you frickin' for real? Come on.
This is an onion thing. It has to be.
I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Bernie Girl says spousal support. I don't think. Yeah, probably.
Spousal support.
Probably abuse spousal support. It's that time again. Where's Leo? Leo.
Yeah.
Leo. Ruff, ruff. Leo with the bongos. Oh, gotta love Leo. Leo. Brother Steve was sporting a wig this week. I don't have that one.
Were you on that live stream? Can I tell you? That was Leave It to Stever on Tuesday night after B&B Shorts. And I just happened to tune in. I crawled into bed and, I noticed there was quite a few of our fams hanging out over there. So I popped in. I cried so hard. I was laughing so hard. Stevercorn has got himself a new gig, and I'm like, I got to book you for B&B for sure. And it looks like we got a Stevercorn tonight.
We got a Stevercorn. And yes, I did stick my head in there, and nobody was stoned or smoking anything that would get them high. So we
on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, little boxes all the same. And there's a green one and a pink one, and a blue one and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the people go to houses and went to the university, and they all got put in boxes. Little boxes all the same. And there's doctors and there's lawyers and business executives, and they all get put in boxes, and they come out just the same. And they all play on the golf course, drink their martinis dry, and they all have pretty children, and the children go to school, and all the children go to summer camp and on to the university, and they all get put in boxes, and they come out all the same. And they all get put in boxes, and they come out just the same. And the boys go into business, marry and raise a family, and they all get put in boxes, little boxes all the same. And And there's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. Yes, they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same.
God, I love that hair.
I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that
ticky-tacky.
song.
I love that. Yeah, it's good. The hair is quite becoming, Steve. I must.
The picture where he looks like he's like being held hostage is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's above me. Yeah, that one.
It's there. Yeah, yeah. It's. Were you stuffed in the back of a van with tied up there?
All he needs is a newspaper to hold on to.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Love
proof
it.
of life. Yeah.
Thank you, Steve Cutler. Appreciate that.
Thank you,
one.
Steve.
Great one. Great one.
And thank you guys. You guys make sure that you're checking out Leave It to Stever and Lucky Burritos channel after the show. They have an awesome hangout.
Yep, abso-freaking-lutely. Stoner
Hilarious.
Corner.
Stoner Corner. Okay, let me get to it. I'm going. Okay, so me celebrating 420. Me every other day. That was true.
At least you're consistent, right?
I am consistent. Behold, the one and only commandment. Real stoners don't flex how much they smoke. True. Raise your hand if you want to get high.
That would be me. Oh God, I miss those days. I started getting stoned when I was like 14, I think, with my bro. We had a great time.
I won't even tell you how old I was the first time I got
What,
stoned.
were you 5?
I was 8. I was 8.
God, Chanda.
Yeah.
What's this? Was this a serious story?
Okay, so I had to bring this to back Stoner Corner up. So yeah, this is a wedding that happened back in March where they put edibles in the catering and all their guests were freaking out, and the bride and caterer end up getting arrested at the end of the night. But this is just a little clip of it.
So why were they freaking out? They didn't want to be high or what?
Well, when you don't tell people you're getting them high and all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, what the fuck's wrong with me? You know? Yeah, people freak out. They wake out.
That just applied to LSD.
Apparently, supposedly, your food had cannabis inside of it when your guests eat it. Did you guys authorize that?
I have no idea.
Just confirming South Seminole still?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Where are they at? Over here?
We'll stay with them while they're here.
Hey, are you guys with the catering? You guys with catering?
Yeah, we're just putting stuff away.
Yeah, don't put anything away yet. You can take that back inside, bud.
We all have been.
Watch the bride. She's freaking so high.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who put it in the food, whether it was a guest or the catering company or.
The bride and groom are right across here.
That's who we got to talk to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I got
Is
this.
it?
What would you suggest I do?
Well, I would not drive in your condition, so you probably want to take like an Uber, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the tents.
Oh.
This is body cam footage. But okay, here's the bride and groom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, a couple questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, supposedly, your food had cannabis inside of it.
Look at how smiley she is.
Great.
I have no idea.
I just need a yes or no, man. Did you guys authorize it for the catering company? To have cannabis placed in the food, edibles, whatever the case may be?
No, sir.
Okay. I just need both of your IDs, so your license. Who are you to them?
He's the band. I'm just trying to.
Band guy? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Sort it
trying
out.
to
I need your IDs,
Yes,
though.
sir.
We have people complaining of being sick and everything else, and
Is it everybody, or is
that's
it,
a lot of people. At least there's 3 or 4 people.
Look
right
at his
now.
bride standing behind him. Like, she creeps me out.
And I saw all these trucks here, and I was like, everyone was like, what's going on? Some people said,
Dude, she's so high.
or something like that.
Well,
She turns her head. She
what
just
we're getting
smiles.
is that people think that the food was laced with cannabis. Which is what we're trying to figure out. If it was, it was. But we're trying to figure out who placed that cannabis there.
Right.
Whether it was the caterers on their own accord, or if it was with their permission, or what happened.
It could have been. I mean, I'm not going to lie. People here are, consume marijuana. I mean, it's, I think people probably had. I wouldn't be surprised if people had like their own edibles, but as far as
if people had their own personal and they're ingesting it, that's one thing.
That's what I'm kind of a little.
But if somebody put it in the food for everybody, including minors or whatever the case might be, then that's where the problem kind of lies.
Absolutely.
So if you don't mind, just
Yeah.
His bride's still sitting back there, standing back there, smiling. She got arrested at the end of that, and so did the caterer. But
you can't be putting shit in people's food, man.
not cool. Not cool. Get
cool.
yourself as high as you want, but don't do it to other people.
Don't do it to other people because they don't, and heart conditions, shit like that. I mean, they could.
Oh yeah. I mean, and edibles come on so much stronger. For a long, when I worked in a weed store. I couldn't handle the edibles. They would keep me awake. They give me an internal shaking.
I tried some lemon drops and those little discs. You know.
Moxie's probably.
I can't do that. I want to because I can't smoke it. I get paranoid when I smoke.
What you need to do, and it took me a long time to figure this out, is you need to get indica edibles. And the problem is the industry doesn't really regulate it for edibles as well as they should. And sometimes you don't know what you're getting when you buy an edible. It could be a really strong sativa. Yeah. But I've noticed if I eat the indica edibles, I sleep like a baby and I have no problem.
Okay.
My own personal opinion.
Sing off time. Here we come.
Shanda, I love our new sing off card. It's so professional.
You did such a nice job. You did this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You and Linda, you guys are the bomb with the graphics. Anyway, Shanda's up first, and I think you're going to take it away.
I think you're going to take it, but I do like this song.
Love your tattoos.
That was great.
Now tell me something. This is kind of reminiscent about your previous look, right? With the ginger.
Yeah, actually, I was a ginger, dark ginger for probably 15 years. Before that, I was black, jet black. I'm Madonna. I've reinvented myself a million times.
Yeah, me too, like I did in this sing off. So here we come, everybody. Got your scorecards out. Shanda's already won, but we're gonna try.
I don't think so, because I love this next one.
All right, let's see how Oz does. Notice the guy that's backing him up with a guitar and the drummer.
I love the drummer.
It's been a long day since you looked at me. Got you in the sign, said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me. Saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realize it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you yesterday. You've forgiven me, but it'll still be too
Pasta on the guitar. Pat on drum.
You like me and rhymes because I'm all about value. Bird Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits. You try to hold me, but I bust through.
Pop's just getting down, man.
Little flavor. Kind of waiver. Father builder. Can't understand what I mean.
All right, everybody. Where's the vote? Who's winning tonight? Is it Chanda? I'm voting for Chanda.
Are you kidding me, Chanda? Ellie, I don't know. Was I kidding? No, I never kid. I always kid. I don't know. Chanda with the jet black hair. Fierce. Yeah, I did have jet black hair. When I was from 15 to 21, I wore jet black hair. Yeah. It's so hard on your hair. It's harder on your hair than bleach, actually.
Oh, cry me a river. I don't have any
Cry me
hair
a
left.
river.
I mean,
I know. I see your bitterness.
I am bitter.
Put it in your pocket, Boomer.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I had hair down to here, and it was beautiful hair, man. It was great. But I never sported
Shanda.
Man bun. I got Oz over on the...
You never sported a man bun when you had hair, Oz. What were you thinking?
God, Oz, I'm killing it over on the rock.
Here, I was on our tips. I want to move over. Let me see.
I'm over. I'm doing good. Shanda on the YouTube. Oz, that was a harder song.
I vote for the bass player. I agree. I do too.
Larry Fine likes pasta. Oz had a better tune. Way more refaces. Yeah.
I don't know how Pasta's getting all these damn votes. He's not even here.
Doing good. Just the guitar stuff.
That damn newspaper guy.
Okay, Farron says Oz just because he's bitter right now.
I know, right? He's got the bitter hair thing going on.
Shanda, it looks like a toss-up tonight.
It is kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, let's tie it up. And so we'll just be tied. So
we'll just be tied. So how many more shows do we have where we go to the new format? One more?
Yeah, let's see.
One more.
Got my calendar. Two
more.
No, well,
two more.
No, one more.
One more. Okay.
One more, and then we're in new format land. Hopefully, we'll bring in some new fun stuff.
Yeah, we got to step it up, man. We're hitting the big time now.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had what? We had 100,000 of you guys watching a little while ago.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you.
That was a weird little spike. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like we shot up like 30, 40 viewers and then it crashed back down.
Yeah, well, I think people just came in to see what the fuss was about.
They were like, what the hell are these
Get
weirdos?
outta here.
Jenna, I can't wait to get out and play in the dirt. I've been seeing all your pics.
Jenna.
I'm jelly.
Hi, Jenna. Hi, Jenna. What's going on, Jenna? Good to see you. I didn't call out L, AKL. Hi, L. Hi, L.
Hey, I want to call out some super rays over here real fast. Let me do that. Let's see. A Rim, thank you. I already got that one. Let's see. Rob Juna. Hi, guys.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Let's see. Crab Apple. Thank you, Crab Apple. We appreciate all of you guys for supporting us and helping us out. We can't do this without you.
Yeah. We're trying to bring down the pressure of the weekly Insano show that goes on. What's this? What's going on with Hollywood this week?
Hollywood. Okay, so everybody knows the story about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and Jada and Will. There's a lot of talk about them divorcing, but there's a huge divorce going on in Hollywood that a lot of people aren't talking about, that some people just won't let go and they're not going to be done fighting, and that's Angelina. So go ahead and play this, and we'll catch up on her and Brad and what they're fighting about.
Still going on. You were saying this earlier. 2016 is when this started. And now, what is it? 6 years later, she's now getting the FBI involved in a new portion of this divorce that never ends. I guess the first question is this the worst one as of the past decade or so? Is Brad Pitt and Angela the ugliest Hollywood divorce we've seen?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's unusual to see two A-list celebs going through a divorce. we had Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, and I was involved in that case, but that resolved very, very quickly. Kim and Kanye still going on. This one is really remarkable in that it's 6 years. And they've resolved most of the financial issues. We still have the Miraval, the estate and winery in France that's, going through active litigation.
Oh, my God.
Oh, do tell. Ellie, he's an Illuminati member?
This incident happened on a plane. There's a dispute about what happened.
Oh, they all own wineries. Are you kidding?
Really won't let it go. And even if
it's where they park their jets and their wineries.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me why
he got drunk on a flight and she's still pissed about it.
She has not claimed that anything has happened since then.
Right.
And Brad has gone with the program. He's gone to whatever counseling, he has supervised visitation, and he's just saying, hey, treat me as an equal dad. And if Angelina had something else to report, she would have publicized it because she's gone out with other stuff. So to me, it's like, hey, you got to move on. You got to let it go. Their oldest child's already termed out. He's already over 18. And we're probably going to see one or two other kids go term out. And so this has to be something other than fighting over the best interest of the kids. This is a really toxic personal dispute.
No, it's Angelina. She's as toxic, narcissistic as Amber Heard. But Ellie, do tell. She says, "Oh, this Illuminati member again? Who? Popcorn Planet or Christopher Melcher or Brad Pitt? I want to know who we're talking about here because I think they all are. But Angelina is bitter as hell.
Yeah, I think it's Angelina.
Well, these kids are grown. This was an incident that happened on a flight like 6-7 freaking years ago. I mean, come on, let it go. He's been through his counseling. He has the right to see his kids. This is her power tripping and trying to keep control over his visitation.
This is rich Hollywood shit-libbery, privileged fuckers fighting.
I agree, DC.
Feeding lawyers. So anyway.
But I am the Elizabeth Taylor of my family. So been there, done it, tried it too many times.
How many times?
More times than I care to admit.
Okay.
There you go. Turn her to watch for 10 minutes here. Oh my God, Sarah, be careful.
I was here. I was married for 3 days one time.
Okay, Brittany.
Sorry, it was quick.
Really? 3 days?
3 days. Got married.
Annulled or divorced? Annulled or divorced?
You know, we split up. We got married on Friday night, and Monday morning she woke up and said, "Now you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with my life." And I said, "Okay," and that was it. And then I had to go through the process of getting it divorced.
Wow, that sucks.
It was more expensive to get divorced than it was to get married.
Right. And you can't get annulled for a lot of reasons. Normally it's pretty hard to get annulled.
Anyway,
you just end up getting a divorce.
For all you Star Trek fans, you might want to hit the sack early because you're not going to like this review. I agree with Critical Drinker 100% on this because I am an original. And when I say original, Kirk and Spock back in the day, and then what was it?
Me too.
Then it was the Next Generation, Voyager, and Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise, and all those. Yeah, it's cool. But this new incarnation of the Star Trek universe blows. And
I haven't even watched it, and I don't want to. So okay,
are you a Trekkie?
Listen to what you and Critical say. Of course I'm a Trekkie.
Okay, here it goes. So sorry, guys.
And when it comes to shitty entertainment, there's not many things that can top Star Trek Picard. The first season was roughly comparable to watching someone spending 10 hours crudely scrawling a cartoon propeller hat on the Mona Lisa, and Star Trek isn't even Star Trek anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. Since about 2009 by my reckoning. And I'm not just talking about the shitty, careless retcons of past events, the characters that have been shamelessly altered and deconstructed in a desperate effort to elevate the new products of lesser minds, or a universe that once offered up a hopeful, optimistic vision of the future where reason, curiosity and logic had won out over greed, hatred and bigotry has instead regressed into a dark, violent, gory, depressing nightmare of brutal experiments, bloody torture, corrupt and isolationist governments, ruthless revenge, and juvenile insults from a cast of characters that are basically children inhabiting adult bodies. A show that once exemplified the highest aspirations of human potential, helping to reassure us that for all our flaws and struggles, there's still something inherently good and noble about the human spirit, now acts as a dark, depressing mirror for all the worst aspects of whatever passes for modern culture. And believe me, future generations are not going to look back on this time fondly. Our hubris and nihilism, our petty gripes and imagined injustices, our pathological hatred of traditional heroes and authority figures, our jealous, small-minded desire to break down anyone who once dared to stand tall. Shows like Picard positively revel in this shit, taking some kind of perverse delight in tearing down everything that previous generations built up. It all adds up to a big old mountain of shit without any particular redeeming qualities, positive ideas, or most important of all, a compelling reason to invest my time or yours in reviewing it. The only reason I'm even talking about it right now is because of how good Star Trek once was, the cultural impact and incredible legacy it once forged, the generations of fans it inspired to be more than they are, to see further and dream bigger. Each of these shows and movies point me to a tired, aging franchise in decline, running low on new ideas and creative energy. But here's the thing, I'd still watch any one of them a dozen times over than suffer through anything made in the past 10 years, because for all their faults and shortcomings, they at least preserve the spirit and ideals of what came before them. Star Trek today is nothing but a bloated, decomposing corpse, strung up on wires and made to go through the familiar motions, in the desperate hope it'll convince you there's some kind of life left in it. But really, that's all it is now, a sham perpetuated by professional con men who somehow manage to keep failing upwards in their careers. The imagination, creativity and intelligence that made Star Trek so special is practically outlawed in modern Hollywood, and it certainly doesn't exist in the offices of Bad Robot or Secret Hideout. But you know what? I'm fine with that. Once you've made it past the confusion, the anger and the resentment, the final stage of franchise destruction for fans is simple, dispassionate acceptance. And that's where I am with Star Trek now. I just don't give a shit about what it's become, because what it's become isn't worth caring about anymore. It's not worth my time, and I'm pretty sure it's not worth yours either. And for that reason, I'm going to do us all a favour and give it the one thing that it so richly deserves. Complete fucking indifference. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Go away now.
That was probably one of the best negative reviews I've heard in a long time, and it's much longer. I edited it. My editing skills are getting a little better.
Yeah, they are. I didn't see the cut.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to point out here, I've been hearing this nihilist word, nihilism, a lot.
Nihilism.
This is the only time this week that I've heard nihilism that's been used in the right context. Because I think Cheriton threw that word around. I think Kalinsky threw that word around this week.
They would.
Total bullshit. Okay, but this context, it was absolutely right. Go ahead and look it up if you want. Chanda, what do we got going on? We're going out of here. What do we have? We got a movie, right?
Yeah, we've got our movie,
And
but
you
we've
brought a
got
Star Trek starter here, huh?
this is one you never saw before. I must have refaced you in this a long time ago, but it's going to be really loud because it's one of those refaces. So
Okay, let me
just to warn you,
knock
turn
the
it down.
sound down.
There you go.
God damn, it is loud. Wow.
Live long and prosper, Miranda. You boldly go where no man has gone before. The crew will not understand it. It's not logical that you are Serac. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
I love that episode too.
Do you know that I made that probably a year ago? It's been sitting in one of my folders, and I didn't watch the critical drinker clip above that. I literally just have the same brainwaves as you and
Once
put it in there.
again, people.
I know.
There
It's
you
so
go.
crazy.
Shanda and I share a brain, or it's the AI bots that are corrupting our
I
minds.
know the AIs. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
That too.
that's it. But again, and if you guys disagree with that, that's great. We don't expect to choir, but I miss the Star Treks. You know, the first one was Cowboys and Indians, but then they got into real cultural issues.
Are you kidding? The 80s was so amazing. Are
Yeah,
you kidding?
it was
Next
so much-
Generation,
It
Voyager.
was hopeful. I mean, they tried
It
to solve
was,
wars
yeah.
without blowing them up.
Yeah, this is the
Photon-
future. You could have,
You could have.
if the people of Earth come together, and yeah.
Yeah, and now it's social dynamics gone wild. It's crazy. And
Yes.
again, so what do we got here for a movie?
This is Happy Earth Day. I don't know what it's
Yay!
called.
A
but
happy movie. We're
a
about out
happy
of here.
little-
Stick around, guys.
happy little cloud.
Happy. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. We got.
We're almost out of here.
We're almost out of here.
We got a great closer though.
And where do the clouds belong?
In the pen.
That's right. We have a job, remember? So, let's get started. Now hold the cloud out.
Mom!
Now go get the others.
But
Go.
go! Be free! Be free! Go! No, you're free now. I just didn't want to hurt them.
It's your turn now.
Mom!
Hey, it's okay. It's all part of the cycle. Look. Wait a minute.
What a nice, thoughtful overture for Earth Day. That was nice.
Yes.
That was nice.
As always, you can go to CGI Bros. CG Bros.
CGI 3D animated short. Yeah, that's nice. Nice shout out. And then you've got this last me.
When you plan on a subdued, wingtip, and then now here you are. It's not subtle anymore.
Yeah, it is.
It happens to all of us.
Well,
that is a cool looking cat, though.
Yeah, it's a way cool. I like the necklace too. That's it for tonight. And here's our show of satire. And thank you so much, Chanda. What do we have? Well, we got a cool song going out. You want to shout out anybody before we head out? Want to thank everybody for sticking around. They had to come back with.
I want to thank all of you guys who subbed to us over on the Rockfin. Thank you so much, Rob and Aram, and I know I saw another couple in here. Where are they?
Yeah, and those who sub on
Kate.
YouTube. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for caring enough to sub and support us, and thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I know it wasn't as funny as we normally are, but hey, the world's kind of in a shitty place. It's hard to find funny content.
And we hope that we took a little bit of that shitty pressure off you guys that you have to endure throughout the week on so many different channels. So again, great show tonight. We got, what are we going out with tonight?
Tool. And I love this song. I brought this song one time, like 2 years ago, and I only could find where was it? It was like in a bar recording, like somebody covered it, and it was okay. But this is an amazing cover. I got to say, there's a lot more amazing covers thanks to COVID, but I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do.
Well, I enjoyed your company and everybody in the chats. Thank you, everybody. We are going to have a show with Fair and Balanced and Chanda Master.
Yes, let's talk about that. So join Fair and Franzak and I don't know what the hell we're calling these shows. It's a deep dive into the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. And you got to check out all the memes. I have been collecting the best memes from the internet that are just hilarious. You want to laugh, definitely stop by that show on Monday night. And then, of course, you can join Oz and I for Beauty and the Boomer short takes on Tuesday night. And you still have another Earth Day thing tomorrow, right?
Yes, we have the ARC Day 3 tomorrow. And if you want to check out that, we're going to have a great speaker from, I believe it's Nigeria. Amber's going to beat me if I don't get it right, but my brain is toast today.
I know. It's late. We're tired.
That'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow over on the Fin. And then we're going to be back. What do you got going? Anything Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't know. Yeah, things are kind of in the air. I don't know yet. And you just never know where I'm going to pop up. Like I popped up Friday morning on Anarchy in the Morning and did a Johnny Depp cover, dive over there.
No, I like seeing you pop up on these other shows. And Sister Amber was on with Brother Franco last week, and I caught that, shared that around. Check that out, Frank Analysis, talking about food. And then Friday night, Sister Amber's bringing another one of her slightly depressing but always honest shows, Brave New Future. And next week will be the final week of our classic style format of Beauty and the Boomer. We hope you like the new one. But we do have to change it up a little bit, and our production team of Chanda, Linda, and myself are.
I can't believe it's almost 2 years old. Beauty and the Boomer is not 2 years old. It won't be 2 years old for another couple of months. But Roar, what we've been doing at Roar is 2 years old.
Yeah, wow, long time. And we, like I said, we locked the doors at 100 people in each chat. So get in while you can. I think we were getting close tonight. We almost had to close the doors.
We did almost have to close the door.
We almost had to close the doors. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful week. Stay happy. Stay safe. And I'm gonna quote our sister Sabrina Salvati. Keep up the fight. I love that.
Yeah, keep up the fight.
Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves, followed by fault lines that cannot sit still, followed by millions of dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near. Some say we'll see Armageddon soon. I certainly hope we will, 'cause I sure could use a vacation from this stupid shit, stupid shit, stupid shit. One great big festering neon distraction. I have a suggestion to keep you all occupied. Learn to swim, learn to swim, learn to swim. 'Cause mom's gonna fix it all soon. Mom's coming around to put it back the way it ought to be. Junkies and fuck your short memory. Learn to swim, 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 learn to swim. Yeah, fuck smiley glad hands with hidden agendas. Fuck these dysfunctional insecure actresses. Learn to swim, 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 learn to swim. As I'm praying for rain. And I'm praying for tidal wave. I wanna see the ground give way. I wanna watch it all go down. Mom, please flush it all away. I wanna see it go right in and down. I wanna watch it go right in. Once you flush it all away. Try to break it down again. Don't just call me a pessimist and try and read between the lines. I can't imagine why you wouldn't welcome any change, my friend. I wanna see it come down. Sit down, suck it down, flush it down.
Apogee. Good night, Peggy.